so squishy. I love you. You've got both the suns. Yay! Hello, gang. We are here with the Suns and Maddie.
We're going to put the suns away.
Hmm.
Yes, everybody. Hello. My name is Dialis. Welcome to my podcast. Yeah, I said it. We're happy. We're just happy all over the place. We're finally getting to do this. This is great. You know how we roll. We're a hot mess. It's like a group chat the other day.
What the heck? The world is getting to be increasingly sucky outside, but my inner heart is finding what is with this one. Stay put.
Rogue curl. First of all, we need to say before we go any further that we use Bangtan Subs for the translations.
Yes.
What we did this time was when the album came out, we listened to the song and wrote down our initial thoughts about it, like our first just one words or something to that effect. Then we listened to it again, song by song, and looked at the translations from Bangtan Subs. And then we just listened for this past 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, right?
Let's say that I did it slightly differently than you. I just went through and did the feeling thing. So that's why by the time I got to the last song, I was like, and then I went back and made longer notes. And if I found things after that, I attached them to my end notes.
I connect the lyrics and the feelings of things to what's happening in my life or what I'm seeing or what I'm feeling as an army. And then I know you go into and did research on different types or the music aspect of it. So Running Wild.
We'll be running wild. Sorry.
First listen, that low note, and then just tears. I just started crying.
You and your damn liquid emotion. Liquid
emotion. And then I saw the video and I realized that that's the emotion that I got from it was everything is crazy around us, but let's just run. Let's just run wild and just be free and be happy if we run together. That was my first initial. And I was like, of course, the first track is going to make me cry. His range, goodness, you'll talk about that. The range is crazy. And I know we've heard low notes and high notes. And I know he has said, my gosh, my voice, can I even sing again? Yes, sir, you can. Like, if not, wow. And we've talked about that offline, about the difference, the maturity in their voice, how they've changed. So when I was going through the lyrics, again, I was still getting emotional about it. We can light it up once more. And I thought of Dynamite. And there are two camps of Dynamite. You love it or you hate it, right? You think it depends on your mood, but if we think about it, if I think about all of the content surrounding Dynamite, how joyful they were about
providing hope for us,
and how it is really their biggest success, whether we like the English songs or not. It has been in the music industry, it has been their biggest success. And we hear them talk about it. We know that there was pressure. At the same time, that was a really special moment. And it was really precious. And I'm glad that there were a lot of us around to help with that. I got the mini vinyl and I have it on my wall because I feel that I helped with that. Because I did help with that. That first 24 hours, you bet. I had every single device going. I was calling people, be like, can we get an organic listen, please? Like, I fought for that song. For that song.
You went wild.
I went wild on that one.
I had so many copies of that damn. I shopped my ass off.
I had so many copies. That one, Life Goes On, and My Universe. I have up on my wall because hardcore, and I do that every time. But for those three, because they were during the pandemic, because they meant so much to me, especially My Universe. You know.
I know.
Everybody should know. Coldplay.
You should know. Yeah, the Coldplay thing is a thing.
Still will never get over that. But so when I heard that line, we can light it up once more, and have the same type of fun, the carefree fun that we did with Dynamite, because that's what Dynamite was supposed to be. Carefree fun to help us feel better. And regardless of the massive success, it still did what it was supposed to do, which is be happy and make us feel better. So
look at you.
I really like that. But yeah, the music video, watching that, and the so I saw the Mustang, and I'm not a car person, right? I'm really not. But I saw that Mustang and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the behind the scenes, or the, music video sketch.
Leave me something to talk about.
I will hear.
Are you sure?
I'm almost done.
Continue.
I'm done. But then, see, because we're switching, and then you will probably steal all of mine. Because I know you will on one of them. I know you will.
Continue.
Yeah, and then that was just hot, knowing that he did it himself. Come on. Come on. Lastly, I'll say, let's keep running together as fast as we can so we can get out of, whatever this is. Let's run together. We can have fun. Love it. But yeah, made me cry the first time. In my fields. I live in my fields. Got a 5-acre estate in my fields. Okay, your turn. Running Wild.
Running Wild took 3 passes. The first time I was like, why are you up there? That's higher than I expected you to be. Come back down. That was like my first thought. And it wasn't really until I got to watch it with the video. So, sorry, let me back up. My first thought was all in English. I love his lower register and the guitar that sounds with the high synth. I loved that. Like, those are my initial thoughts after I listened to it for the second time, because the first time I just listened. Second time I started to identify the things that were really working for me. But it still didn't snatch me. Because I really felt that his falsetto wasn't as strong. He was just edging a little bit out of his new range. Just a little bit, because his new range has dropped, I think, more significantly than we think. And so his falsetto, he's either going to have to retrain back up or accept it and drop down just half a key. Like, seriously, it's not a lot. But it felt like it felt thinner to my ear. That said, his lower register is just, whoa, sir, please not. Please do not. I do not need JK out here kicking my ass. And we got enough problems with all your dressing up with your rings and long-legged self. I don't need extra problems with JK over you, sir. No, you are not a bias. Stay over there. Back in the closet with you. And then I watched the video. And okay, how many different homages to his members can you put in one video? What, all of them? You can have an homage to everybody. And you go back and you look at the imagery. We've got Namjoon's Wildflower, the white out in the middle of nowhere with the white clothes. We've got Yoongi laying by the water and the pan out with him sitting by the pool.
Yep.
Hobie, white outfit with fire behind him, is there. We've got Cookie. What was Cookie's? Because I missed Cookie's before. And I had it written down somewhere. Not on the screen. Where did I put it? Anyways, we had Cookie. And I'm pretty sure it was another water scene. And then we had Chim Chim in the denim walking down the street. Tay with the dog.
They have been rocking the denim lately. Every one of them.
And we had Tay and the dog. And I was like, seriously, we just, we had the dog scene. We had the sad with the dog, right? Sitting at the table with the dog, which was very Tay-esque.
Just JK.
Just JK. JK's was harder for me to see, and I know it was obvious in the moment, and now I have to go think about it, and that's really sad.
You don't think it was the Mustang? Going fast? Driving a fast car?
That's not what it is. It was a direct reference to one of his videos, and now it's walked out of my head. But Jin actually referenced himself standing in a field with explosions, and you have to think about how the astronaut lands.
Yeah, astronaut vibes for show.
So astronaut vibes for show. So he references himself. My first love car was in fact the Mustang. So my whole little pitty pat heart. But then I discovered that he had done his own driving stunts, and I was like, could you not be any extra cool? Could you just uncool just a little bit?
Like that with kind of like snowboarding, you know, and
Yeah, just give me some space.
just
Like every
stuff
so
out of
often,
the blue.
but I love his lower register being so strong. And the lyric about "Don't Let Our Love Grow Cold." This song is the anthem of Before I Left. You know, this is the I'm away from you. When I come back, we're gonna do it again. Let's stay out all night like we used to do. Let's go back into concerts. Let's go back into live streams. Let's go back into the things we did before.
Let's go back into playing video games.
You cannot listen to that in a house full of other people. You need to put on your headphones because that man no chill. And this time he swore a little bit.
So watched it with me.
See? Did he giggle?
What is this? I'm like, we're just hanging out. And he's like, really? And I'm like,
yeah, this is pretty normal
just
for him.
Hanging out.
Yeah,
watching him play video games
and
while I
getting
cook
really
dinner.
tense and getting really tense because, like, dude, you're killing me here. Like, quit dropping the way you were.
It was so funny. I ran and I was like, what game are we playing now?
Like, right?
Anyways.
And then it's the don't forget about the times we shared. Don't forget. Yeah. So just like really, this is like all of this. But then the comment about that you were making about let's make. And you said like Dynamite.
We can light it up once more.
We can light it up once more. For me, fireworks. It's the fireworks at the end of every concert. It wasn't Dynamite for me. Looking at, you know, Jimin and JK and Tae and looking up at the fireworks.
That's pretty special.
You know, and just always in my head. So when I think about us watching the fireworks and it's our last moment together, they're not driving away while the fireworks are going. And that knowledge that we're going to light it up again, they're watching those moments too. And it just, ooh. And so
kind of like we're picking up.
Yeah.
We're picking up right where we left off.
You know, there was this gap. It sucked, but we're back, you know? And so I really, really loved that sense. And just from a musicality point of view, I really loved those drums, guitar, and that da-da-da-da-doo sound, that the high notes with the synth. And I loved how it faded out. Even though it wasn't like a complete blend into I'll Be There, the gap was really short. Those two were meant to kind of roll a little closer, and it feels good, that flow in. And that's all I've got. No, except for Rockstar Jin driving the car and being all the sexy.
It is Rocktan. I will tell you this.
My Rocktan Son Yin Dan moment.
The mic is on. The band is live. This is music, because we often hear the K-pop trope, I guess you could say, is manufactured. They don't have any say in what they do. No, the mic is on and the band is live. Okay. Look through the leaflet, which is what I'm doing with the albums, and see how many times Jin's name is in those producer credits. Stop it. I don't want to hear any more about manufactured bullshit. No,
you know,
mic is on, the band is live.
They really have, you know, kind of looked at their seniors. You know, they've looked at Epic High. They've looked at those other groups that they've looked at Coldplay, people who have like longevity, right? And who are writing with intention. So that, you know, when they get something and then they tweak it towards themselves. And that's been so consistent. You know, the only time we didn't see that was during the English era. It got better for the last two. But that, you know, as much as Dynamite was awesome, you know, I think that was my biggest complaint, that they hadn't touched it. You know,
what do you mean?
Like Dynamite, they have no writing credits for it. They sang it like amazing, didn't have writing credits for it. And then
but I think they got to put their creativity into it, and everybody, because if you think of, you know, with the music video for Running Wild, the director also understood the importance of inserting each member. They show us a little bit of that collaboration, but I bet you there's a whole lot more. And there's more negotiation to things, and to be on the same wavelength as the people behind the scenes, the staff behind the scenes.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, I really love the way their storyboard image team that creates their MVs
Mhm.
has, whether they intended it or not, given us Easter eggs all the time.
All the
There's
time.
always
If
a
I
callback.
did that type of work, I would put Easter eggs all over the place. You bet.
There would be no stone unturned for the amount of Easter eggs I would try to fit into one video.
Look at the captions from the Run episodes. These people know their stuff, okay?
They got no chill. No, honest to
Hilarious.
God. No.
The whole team, though, understands.
I mean, like, seriously, they are going to be 50. They stop getting an award for something.
If we go hard, which is going to be interesting because we have the digital aspect to look at, the digital versus
hard copy,
physical, as far as like revenue goes, because now most of the revenue is going to the streaming services. But there's a Diamond Award that only very few artists have sold this many records. It's like Michael Jackson, Celine Dion. And if we go hard for like 10 years, then they can project it to get it. Like, I saw the whole breakdown someone did. I was like, oh, I love you. But if we're on the steady incline for the next 10 years, they can get that Diamond Award for the like bazillion records
We're
sold.
going to be busy for so long.
I know.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm committed to the cause.
Yep, me too. Bangtan ship for life, man.